Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Wednesday, February 15th, 2017. Well, markets are up on the day one more time, and again, I feel like a broken record every time I come out here and say, oh, markets are up again, markets up again, every single day. But bottom line is, there are still things that are concerning me. Number one, Apple reversed early gains and is now putting in a reversal doji on the daily chart. We can talk about that and look at that chart in a little bit. But one of the bigger issues for me, the volatility index is up huge today. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, there's one thing you could say where, okay, people are buying protection, but I don't buy that that's the only reason it's up. Right now, the VIX, folks, is up 10% on the day, just under 10%. Now, that's not just a buying protection day when you see the VIX up 10%. Something is going on here, folks. And again, I don't know what, to be honest. I wish I did. I'd be able to make billions off of it. But instead, all I can do is trade the charts and give you guys a heads up. And again, spiders are coming in just a little bit here. Nothing crazy towards the end of the day. Markets close in about 12 minutes. But again, interesting, just a little side note. Take a look at the spiders here, which is the intraday SPY chart. If you connect this from days ago, from the 9th there, you can see pivot high all through here, and then right through here, and then that's exactly where we hit, and that's what's causing this little bit of a technical sell-off. But take a look at the VXX today, guys. That's a pretty cool move. I mean, up 3% on the VXX, and look, it's at the high of the day here. The markets are right around the highs, yet this is at the highs. I mean, what on earth is going on here? This is weird. And again, I could point to multiple signals that, and I talked about this yesterday, Apple's up 43 cents, but it was up higher, reversed a lot of the gains, although it's floating back up now into the end of the day. But look at Facebook. I mean, Facebook's not doing very well, down 50 cents today. Tesla starting to sell off, down $1.60 on the day. There's a lot of weak signals out there that we should be aware of and also, continue to keep an eye on. Now, one other thing I want to point out to you guys that I think is worth noting is that you have to look at the market in its kind of entirety. And, if this is something that will go above a lot of your heads probably because it's methodology, it's proprietary stuff. But what I want you to do is just, for those of you that know the PPT methodology that we teach here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, what I want you to do here is simply count the amount of candles to the upside here on the QQQ since we broke out. So you had a pivot high, and then we came up here, hammered on it, and we broke out right here. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So if you know the methodology, there's something very important in that should alert you to something that we are seeing for tomorrow. So again, I'll re-update you guys tomorrow, obviously, but this is something very, very important, folks, and I can't stress that enough on the QQQ. Lastly, I want to just mention ENDP. Take a look at this, guys. We sold this stock today in the Research Center for a 10% gain. That's, again, a 10% gain. So the Research Center, listen, we're long and short, depending on what the stock is. I mean, there's some stocks that look great, and there's some stocks that look horrendous. And ENDP was one we bought because it was off the bottoms of the chart. Beautiful little bullish consolidation. Look at this chart pattern, folks. It was floating up into the 20, and then it consolidated in a bullish manner just below. Broke out yesterday, continued that breakout today, and I was up 10%, and I said thank you very much. I mean, I took that and ran, folks. It's a 10% gain in basically a short amount of time, and I didn't want to wait around for too long. So, again, guys, great job on the ENDP if you're a member here, and profits in our pocket. And again, VRX is another great performer today. These two stocks trade in tandem. This stock continuing to move up. Should have a little bit more upside on the VRX to about 1750, maybe as early as tomorrow on it. If it breaks through that level, then you could be seeing, a move all the way up to about 19 to 20 bucks. But either way, very cool on that front. So again, I think the thesis of this video, not to get too sidetracked, if you go back to the spiders, guys, markets are basically at the highs of the day, very close to the highs of the day. And if we go back to the spiders intraday here, you can see we're selling off just a fraction here off the highs of the day. But, the bigger thing here is you have to wonder what's going on. The actual VIX itself is up 9.3% on the day. That's a big-time move, folks. That is a big-time move. And again, you could see it in the ETF today. Although the ETF tracks, remember the VIX, the VXX tracks multiple future contracts, so it doesn't get the immediate gain that the current month of the VIX does. But you could see very clearly here, up 50 cents, about 3%, is still a very good move, considering you would expect this to be down on a market day as up as this is today on the S&P. So Again, I'm just throwing it out there. Keep an eye on it, folks. Something definitely a little bit weird. After hours, just a side note here, guys. And again, let's flip back to the daily chart. I want you guys to be aware. After hours, we have earnings reports from Applied Materials, AMAT. Look at that chart. Isn't that amazing? And also from Cisco. Cisco's having a very good day today, popping to short-term 52-week highs. And again, interesting on Cisco, if we go to the weekly chart here, look at this. You're getting very, very close to a double top, which again to me means there's limited upside on earnings and potentially even some downside coming in on earnings. And again, based on both stocks being so extended, I'm not putting my money behind it because it's not a wise decision on earnings, but I would much rather be short than long if I had to make a choice on both these stocks because they're just, I mean, look at the charts. It's just ridiculous. Charts, especially the AMAT chart. I mean, the AMAT chart is just ridiculous. Check this out, from November, well, actually, this is just about October, the stock was a $14 stock. I mean, think about that. 14 last year. Actually, that's a couple years ago. But still, the point is, what a move. That's an incredible move. So bottom line is, guys, let's see how things trade out. Again, keep an eye on that VIX. Something is in the works. I have no idea specifically what it is, but that is telling us that smart money's buying protection, and we need to be aware of it. Take care.